All right, let's check out some gear at Walmart. Right off the bat, we're going to start off with Ozark Trail. We've got a couple deals here. These are some knives. We've got a 6-piece combo set in a couple different configurations. Some packs are going to be a little bit different than others. This first one's going to include 3 different knives on it and 3 sheaths with rotating belt clip. There's also a set here that has 3 knives. It has some drill bits, some multi-tool. There's another one that has an 11-in-1 multifunction card tool and a compass. There are also different knives. There's sort of a paraframe knife. There's some multicolored ones. There's a bunch of different colors. This actually had a lot of different sets. There's another one with a sharpener, a multifunction knife, and stainless steel card tool. There's also one that has a multi-tool as well as a light on it. And right now, all of these are only $15 for each of these sets. So this really could be a great gift to give, or maybe even a stocking stuffer. And I'll put all of these sets below if you want to check them out. Up after that, we've got this Ozark Trail reclining mesh hammock chair. This is gray. Now I have one very, very similar to this from Ozark Trail. However, mine is not mesh, so this is a little bit of an upgrade from that one. I do really like the mesh just because it's a little bit more breathable, especially if you're going to be out there around a campfire smelling like smoke. It has a 300-pound weight capacity, and the product itself only weighs about 12.2 pounds. I think this is a great option, and it's kind of a copy of that Nemo Stargazer that everybody was loving back in the pre-COVID days. Couldn't get your hands on them, but it looks like Walmart has come out with their own. Really nice deal, and it's going to be so much cheaper and at about 1/3 of the price of that Nemo Stargazer. After that, we are going to have this GCI Outdoor Legs Up Lounger. This is a folding chair that's going to have a little lever that pops up, and then you're going to be able to use it like a recliner. This is really cool. It looks like a lot of these are sold out, but you will still be able to get it in this heathered Loden color, which is going to be sort of like a army green. Really nice chair. I do love that it reclines. This could be really great as a gift or just to get yourself during these sales. We also do have another GCI Outdoors. This is a freestyle rocker. This is the XL. So the really cool thing about this one is it is going to have a built-in shock that is going to be able to make it so that you can use it like a rocking chair. It's going to come in 3 different colors, and it is on sale right now. Also, a 2-pack version of this for $150. So if you want to get a 2-pack, maybe as a gift, maybe just you and your husband, you and your wife, this could be a really great option for you. But right now I only saw the single one in stores, so you may have to go online to get that 2-pack. After that is going to be this Lifetime 5-foot table. It's going to be a folding table. This is going to be 60.3 length, 25.5 across, and the height is going to be 29 inches. This thing only weighs about 22 pounds, and potentially you could put about 6 people around it. So I do think this could be multi-use. It could be useful for around camp, but it also could be great if you need a little extra seating for Thanksgiving, or just need a table for outside, and it folds away really nicely. I think it's a great option for you. Up after that is going to be a set of hammocks. We've got a single person and a 2-person. Personally, I would say spend a little bit of extra money and get the 2-person travel hammock. The 1-person just a little bit narrow, and I'm not even that wide, and I still think it's a little bit narrow. So personally, I would go with the 2-person one. Now, I used to camp in these. I used to actually sleep in these. I'd put my sleeping bag in there and just go to sleep. But as I've gotten a little bit older, I've just found it a little less comfortable, and I find sleeping in a tent to be a little bit more comfortable. But you certainly can use this for camping, but you can also use it, just around the house, or to bring with you for camping just for leisure. After that, we've got an Ozark Trail Mr. Heater Buddy competitor. However, this one's going to be a little bit better of a deal. This heater is going to output about 10,000 BTU, which is really nice for about a 250 square foot space. If you're using this in your tent, just make sure that you're not going to knock it over throughout the night. However, these do have a sensor that will shut them off if they are tipped over. However, I personally just like to play it safe. I did see that these were on sale right now. If you look online, they are $500 something, so this is a really nice deal right now. This is a Pelican Centennial 100X. It is a kayak that is specifically made for fishing. However, you don't necessarily need to use it that way, but it is set up to use for fishing. This one weighs about 44 pounds. It is 114 by 30 by 13.25 inches. It's going to have a total of 4 rod holders and 2 flush mount rod holders and 2 vertical rod holders in them. So if you do have someone that's just getting into fishing or looking to switch to kayak fishing, then this could be a really great gift, or you can always just get that for yourself if it's something you've always wanted. After that, for 20 bucks, we've got this Be Smart Get Prepared Outdoor First Aid Kit. Now this is 134 pieces, but this is going to be more of those scrapes and bruises, a slight headache, stuff like that. This isn't going to have, you know, like a cat tourniquet on it or anything like that. Personally for me, I always carry a Dark Angel medical kit. Now that is going to have a lot more stuff in there. This is just a general first aid kit, and it's probably going to be useful for most things that happen. We've got this Ozark Trail 2-way walkie-talkie. Now I do really like this because it is a 22 channel and it's got a 16-mile range. So this is going to be like your standard FRS channels. It's also going to have those GMRS channels. So if you are using that GMRS, there is some certifications that you need to get in order to use this. However, it's not like a test or anything like that. You just do need to get it certified. But you can also just use those FRS channels if you aren't worried about getting yourself that certification. Now this I thought was super cool because it looks so much like those Patagonia duffel bags that you used to see all the time. I would say this is really, really close to that, and it looks like they barely tweaked anything in their design to kind of match it up to that Patagonia one. But this is a 70 liter. This is a coated duffel that also does have tuckable back straps. So with that 70 liter, it's nice for taking out camping, but it also could be really great for bringing with you at the airport as a carry-on or as a checked bag, because it can be a duffel and it also can be a backpack, but it could also be a nice way to put some stocking stuffers inside of this and kind of give someone a gift of multiple items. So after that, we did see this Ozark Trail 15-inch collapsible smokeless wood-burning fire pit. This is going to be kind of like that solo stove, you know, that smokeless fire pit. We're going to be able to put firewood inside of there and burn firewood, not a, you know, gas fire pit, but it is going to be smokeless because of the way that the system burns. They also do have the Solo Stove in the Solo Stove Ranger 2.0. Now I did just recently get this one, and I will say I used to think that the Solo Stove brand didn't really mean much, and I got some off-brand ones, but I will say this I think is the best one out there. Personally, I just found this one to be a lot more easy to use, and it really does stick to actually being smokeless. A lot of these, you know, there's a little bit reduced smoked. I think this one is probably the best one. We also do have this Ozark Trail 15-inch 54,000 BTU propane pit. So this is really cool because it does have that locking lid on it. It's a nice little, you know, portable one that you could bring camping. You could also keep it in your backyard. And at 54,000 BTU, it's going to spread out a nice bit of heat and also just kind of create that ambiance if you're looking for that for camping or just in your backyard. Now I'm going to throw in another smokeless one here. This one's from Blackstone. This is a 15-inch, you know, same as that other one from the Ozark Trail one. I'm throwing it in there just because, but I'm not sure anything about it. Blackstone is a great company for grills and stoves, but I'm not really sure how they are with that smokeless technology. You know, a lot of these smokeless fire pits, the technology is getting pretty good on them. $99, this is a pretty good deal. So if you do like that Blackstone stuff, maybe check this out. And I did find something that I thought was really cool out there. This is also a Blackstone. This is an adventure-ready portable air fryer. So if you're somebody that wants to bring, you know, air frying out there in the woods with you, you want to keep it a little healthier, then you could check out this. This is going to be run off of propane, so you can either run it off of those little 1-pound propane tanks, or you can get your regular one and bring it with you. It is really cool to bring an air fryer with you. I love air fryers, and I use those to cook pretty much most of the time. But that being said, I don't know that I've ever brought one with me camping, so there is that. If you want the original, this Blackstone Adventure Ready 17-inch propane griddle, I have the older version of this one. It's pretty much the same thing. I actually do have a full video review on that, and this is much cheaper than I paid for it about 4 years ago, so I do really like this Blackstone. I will say it is very compact, and it's not super heavy, but for me, it just felt a little bit bulky. Now, I've got this one on sale for $52. This is the old staple of that Coleman brand 10,000 BTU 2-burner propane stove. Now, I have a very old one of my dad's from, I think, the 70s, possibly the 80s. these, and I really like that. I used that for a long time before I could afford a new one, but I just recently, like 2 years ago, got myself a new one, and I thought the quality was pretty good. Now, unfortunately, this was behind glass because people suck, so we are going to take a look online at some of these. First up, we've got this Gerber hatchet. If you guys know me, all of my stuff out there is Gerber. I really like their stuff. I definitely trust their products, and this is a really nice little hatchet. This isn't a super huge hatchet, so you know, you're not going to be out there chopping all your wood with this, but you're going to be able to do a lot of bushcraft with this. The blade length is going to be 3.5 inches. It is a full tang, and you've got sort of that choke up ergonomics on the handle there. It's got a lanyard hole on it and also a belt carry sheath, so you're going to have that protection around it, so you're not going to end up, you know, accidentally cutting yourself while you've got it on your side there. So online, this is out of stock, but the Gerber Moment was in my store, and it may be in yours as well. This is the Gerber Moment fixed blade large. This is an 8.6 by 1.5 by 0.9 inch knife. It's going to be about 7.2 ounces, and this could be really great for camping. It can be great for, you know, hunting, or just keeping as an EDC knife. So if you want to everyday carry a knife, this isn't too big to do that. So this could be a really good gift, or, you know, something to keep for yourself. And then after that, we've got this Gerber Gear Gator Machete Junior. I know I'm showing you here on Amazon rather than Walmart, but this is just the best description here. 11.25 inches, so if you need a machete that actually has a plain edge and it also has a serrated edge saw on the top, it also does have your sheath there. But a machete could be really nice around camp, or just, you know, at your house if you need to do some, you know, general cutting of things down. Great for chopping and sawing, so definitely could check this out. After that, we've got the Ozark Trail 17-in-1 multi-tool. So this is going to be a little under 0.5 of an ounce. It is 4.3 by 9.4 by 2 inches, and it does have, you know, 17 different things on it. You can see here everything it comes with, but it seems like the main function is going to be that pliers on top. So if you need a set of pliers to bring with you, you've also got a lot of different things that come on here. You know, you've got serrated blades, you've got a knife, you've got a file. It looks like you've also got a bottle opener and possibly some fishing supplies. You've also got down here a Phillips head screwdriver. I love multi-tools. I try to bring at least 2 with me in my truck and at least 1 with me camping. We've also got this Ozark 6-in-1 multi-tool. So this one is going to be a knife and a flashlight on it. I've never personally had something like that, but it is really cool looking. And you could definitely have your light and your knife with you. Could be great for EDC, could be great for camping, could be cool just to leave in your truck if you want to have something in there. It also does have a bottle opener, so hopefully you're not using that while you're driving, but you know, if you want to keep this in your truck and you need to open some stuff up, you need to have a knife and you need a light, that could be really great for you. 0.66 pounds, very lightweight. Then we have this 3-in-1 hatchet saw combo. So it's a bow saw as well as a hammer on there. So you've essentially got an axe on one side, more like a hatchet. You've also got the bow saw there, and then you could use it as a hammer to hammer in your stakes. Now, I do really like this a lot. It's pretty much everything you would need, you know, around camp for doing general use stuff. I would still definitely say bring a knife, but this could still handle most bushcraft that you would need to do around camp, and I do think it is very handy. Looking after that, we've got this 7-piece camping tool set. So this is going to be a hammer, axe, flashlight, and knives. This is going to have batteries included. And let's take a little bit of a closer look. You can see up here, you've got your saw on the top. You've got a knife with a sheath. You've got a sharpener. You've also got a little hatchet that does have, in case you need it, you've got, you know, something that could replace some sockets, but it really only has 3/8, 1/2, and 5/8. So there is that, but it's nice to have, especially on your hatchet. But this could be a nice set for the beginner, you know, somebody who's just looking to get into this kind of stuff. But I wouldn't rule this out as something that you could use for potentially a long time. We also have another set here, and I do believe this exact one with the, so let's just say nylon to play it safe, but I do believe I have this exact same hatchet. This is also going to have the 5/8, 1/2, and 3/8 as well. Comes with Everbright batteries. It's got some carabiners. It's got a full-on machete. It's got a fire starter, a flashlight, a little knife with a serrated edge on it. It does also look like you can do the fire starting on both the machete as well as the hatchet and the knife there, so that's really cool. But a nice little set, and we're talking, you know, 30 bucks to get all of that, and it's only 5 pounds in total. After that, we're gonna look at some headlights and some lamps. This is a Coast, which is a really good brand, by the way. I do really like Coast stuff. They carry this at Walmart and Ace and a lot of other stores. This is 1,000 lumens, so tri-colored LED. I do believe it's going to be white is the clear light, a red and a green. So you've got 4.9 ounces, super lightweight. And like I said, Coast is a really good brand. 1,000 lumens is quite a bit of light, 185 meters. This is pretty solid headlamp. You've also got the red and the green there as well. The red is going to be nice to kind of keep your eyes in that nighttime mode. It's also good for keeping away mosquitoes because they are attracted to white light. But that being said, I really do like headlamps because you can keep yourself hands-free. Let's take a look at another one here. This is the Einstein by Nebo. This is a 400 lumen rechargeable headlamp. So personally, 400 lumens is a little bit closer to what I would typically use around camp. You know, that 1,000 lumens is quite a bit of light. Not saying it's a bad thing, but 400 is probably just fine for the average user. And I do like that it is rechargeable, so that could be something you look at. There's also the 750 lumen Einstein that is also from Nebo. This one's just going to be a little bit more powerful, and it's not going to be a ton more. This is only 45 bucks on here, but you know, in store $34.88 in Walmart, so you're going to get a better deal there. Then we also do have another Coast light here. Again, this is a great brand, 2600 lumens. Very, very bright, especially for only 45 bucks. I'm pretty impressed with that myself. And we've also got, you know, 30 hours of use. It is IP54 rated against dirt, water, and egress. This is going to be a twist focus, so you're going to get a wide beam as well as a narrow beam. And when you're using that bullseye, which is likely going to be that narrow beam right there, you're going to get 250 meters. And after that, we're going to have another Nebo. This is the DaVinci 3200 lumen flashlight. Incredibly bright, 3200 lumens. I am amazed at this. This is really, really bright. This is going to be $60 on their website and $54.88 in Walmart during this month. So check that out. Although I will say, even if it was 60 bucks, I think that would be a great deal for 3200 lumens. After that, we've got the DaVinci 5000. So this is gonna be 5000 lumens. Incredible, 80 bucks for a flashlight with, you know, 5000 lumens. That is quite a powerful flashlight. It's got a 3x zoom, and you're going to have that multiple focus on it, so you're going to be able to do, you know, the bullseye or kind of a wider beam. This one is going to be rechargeable, and it does look like it's going to be able to hold quite a bit of charge. They're saying sort of a built-in power bank, but I'm just guessing it's a really powerful battery. So this is a really powerful flashlight. If you're looking for a, you know, relative to the power it puts out, cheap light, then 80 bucks in their store, and at Walmart right now it's going to be $58.88. If you're just looking for a cheap lantern, you know, 300 lumens, this is a nice little lantern here. You've got a few different colors, $24 on the Nebo store, but it's going to be $14.88 at Walmart right now. So, you know, this is just a lantern that's really nice. It's going to throw out a wider beam, a nice beam. So if you're, you know, eating dinner or something like that at camp, or if you just want to have this around the house, it's going to throw out a 360-degree light beam, and it's just a nice soft light for 300 lumens of light. Now, personally, I've never used Swiss Tech stuff. I've seen it out there, but this is a really great deal right now. So you're gonna have a 10,000 milliamp hour portable power bank for only 20 bucks. So this is really cool. I mean, I do really think this could be great, especially if you're gonna bring this camping, or even if you're just going on a multi-day drive and you want something to charge up your battery when you stop and make little pit stops here and there. But yeah, it's just going to be basically a good way to charge your phone or charge your laptop. It is IP54, so it is really great for camping. After that, we've got this 20,000 one. This is a 20,000 milliamp hour for 40 bucks here. So the cool thing about this one is it looks like it's going to have that MagSafe, so the wireless charging on there. And it also does have this solar panel on here, so you could essentially keep charging your devices and then charge the power bank up by just leaving it out in the sun. But again, I've never used Swiss Tech personally. You know, this one is cool because it does have a light on it, but Personally, I would just use this to charge my phone or charge my laptop. All right, so up next we've got some merino wool. This is Realtree, so we've got a 2-pack for about $25 here. And if you've never bought wool, that might sound kind of expensive, but I'm telling you, for wool, that's a pretty good deal there. These are going to be the warmest ones, so personally, if you're going to get it for like everyday use, you know, around just walking out there in the cold, then maybe get something a little lighter. But this is going to be great for camping or great for, you know, tailgating, something like that. You're really looking for something above 12% wool on there, but if you can get something with a little bit more, like the 68% wool on this one, I think this is a really great deal. 68% wool with a little polyester, not a big deal, but it is going to have some synthetic fibers in it. A fully wool one might be a little uncomfortable, but you could check these out, and personally I would say go with the higher wool count if possible. Then we got these Frogs Togs. Now I have this exact same one in gray. This is the XL. So you can definitely find your size in there, but this is really nice because it's going to be not only a jacket, but pants as well. I will say these fit very baggy, so if you really care about that, then you know, go with something a little bit more expensive. But for the money, these are really nice, and I keep one of these at all times in my truck in the back seat, underneath the seat. And you could also put one of these in your camping bag or just bring this with you wherever you go. And it's really nice to keep you dry if it's raining out heavy or if it's snowing really heavy. So for $5, we've got this 3-piece hex set. I always recommend people bringing hex keys with you because you never know when you're going to need them. You know, I use them in case something comes loose, I need to tighten them down. Especially, you know, if you have like a cheap roof rack company or something like that, or, you know, some cheap stuff, you need to keep it tightened down, but it's going to have SAE metric, and it's also going to have star as well. But if you ever need to work on your truck or your car out there in the woods or just in general, I would say definitely bring some of these. We've also got this rotating screwdriver. This is going to be an electric screwdriver. I used to think they were dumb, but I definitely would recommend getting yourself a screwdriver at the very least just to keep around the house. But I would keep this in a center console. It's a 5-in-1 torque setting, so you've got a bunch of different settings, and you can use this in 2 different positions. You can use this like a drill, or you can turn it to use it like a screwdriver. So for $10, we've got this nice little set here. This is a 59-piece T-handle driver, so you're going to get a little bit better grip, a little bit more to torque down these things. But I love keeping this in my truck in case I need it. You never know when you're going to need it. I always bring a socket set just in case, and this is a really small, easy, compact set if you want to do that. You can pause the video if you want to see everything involved on the back there. After that, we're going to talk about air mattresses. Now, I don't personally love air mattresses myself just because they don't actually keep a lot of insulation in there. It's basically you and then the air, whereas like a normal mattress is going to have a little bit of insulation before you hit the ground. This one's going to be a queen size one, so you need to have a pretty decent size tent. This is going to have a 772-pound weight limit, so this is incredible, the amount of weight you're going to be able to carry on here. And it's also got the always air system, which is going to be a built-in inflation device. We've also got this 18-inch twin airbed that is on sale right now for $45. So a twin is probably going to be more likely what people are going to put in their tents, unless you are, you know, camping with a partner. So if you're by yourself, probably go with the twin. If you're camping with somebody else, probably go with the queen. There's going to be a 330-pound weight capacity, and it's also got the built-in AC pump as well. Then I did see this that was made for kids, but I also thought this could be really great for dogs because your dog's going to want to sleep with you on the bed. But if you get them one of these little air beds, you can kind of keep their stuff on there, their favorite blankets on this little air mattress, and hopefully they don't end up popping it. But it's nice because it can deflate and be compact. So, you know, just keep it covered so they're not going to be popping it. But as long as your dog's under 100 pounds, should be fine. After that, if you want to keep your car clean, especially I know if I go out there camping, my truck always comes back super dirty. So got this Armor All, you know, it's got tire shine, wheel care, protectant, glass wipes, wash and wax. It's got a bunch of different stuff on here, and right now it's on sale. I do have some Armor All stuff and I do really like it. I think it's a really nice purchase. I do really like it, and I think it could be a really great gift for only 25 bucks, or if you want to just keep your own truck clean, get this for yourself. So if you are looking for a nice cooler, this is $90. Now I know if you're somebody that buys, you know, cheap coolers, this is going to seem like a lot of money, but comparing this to, let's say, a Yeti or something like that, this is a really good deal. $89 right now, $10 off of its original price. It's really great if you're going to be out there for a couple days, or even if you're just tailgating in hot sun and you've got 5 days of cooling, you know, keeping that ice cold, keeping your drinks cold, keeping your food at a certain temperature so that your meats and stuff don't go bad. After that, if you're looking at some tents, we've got this 3-person tent for $99 right now. This is a 3-person dome tent, so it's going to be 7 foot by 7 foot by 44 inches, and this one's only about 5 or 6 pounds. I did also see that they had these. They're very popular. I've never really known how to pronounce them correctly, but the Awala water bottles, the Awala something, however you pronounce these, I know these are really popular, and they are really cool because you have this little sip area in there. You've got the 32 ounce as well as the 28. So if you're looking for these, they are at Walmart right now. So if you want to check these out, go ahead and head over to your local Walmart. Now next up, I did see this double heating Ozark Trail 5200 milliamp hour rechargeable hand warmer. So both sides of these are going to be able to warm. So if you need your hands in 2 different pockets, or if you want to put these in your gloves, you're going to have to get 2 of them, but it will heat on both sides if you just want to keep it in one central location and heat up both your hands. Now I do have one just like this, and I do really like it. However, personally, I would just rather go ahead and grab one of those manual ones, the ones that you just shake and you keep and then throw out when they're done. So if you want to go for the electric one, go for the electric one. If not, you can also grab the manual one. After that, we've got paracord. This is 1100. Paracord has a ton of different uses, so you could use this around camp to tighten things down, just general use for around camp, or if you need some, cord around the house. You've got 1100 as well as 550 and 100 feet here. Dude wipes, I think these are pretty self-explanatory. These are really nice because you can use it on your face, your body, even as they say, the dude regions on there. So it's really great for keeping yourself clean. And that could be for camping, or it could just be for, general use around the house, especially if you're doing yard work, shoveling snow, stuff like that. Then we do have this emergency blanket. I recommend bringing an emergency blanket with you if you're going to be camping in cooler weather. That even includes fall and spring. You never know how cold it's going to get, and you can get hypothermia in, up to I think it's 60 degrees. So definitely a no-brainer. Oh, so they also do have a knife case that actually did have some pretty good high quality knives. Now I couldn't really get to them, and I didn't want to waste the person there's time, so I went ahead and found them online. Kershaw is a really great brand. Personally, like I said, I'm more of a Gerber guy, but I do have some Kershaw knives. $54 for this. This is a really good deal here, especially if you want to get someone like a pretty high quality knife, not just some rinky-dink little thing. This is a pretty good option. You've also got the Gerber Strong Arm. This doesn't seem like it's rated too highly on here, but I've seen online people really like this. This is going to be just a fixed blade with a nice little belt loop right there. So this is going to be able to attach to a belt, and it's also just a nice little fixed blade knife to have around a camp. We've also got the Gerber Suspension NXT, so this is a really nice multi-tool. I do have a few multi-tools from Gerber, but this one's really nice, and it is good for a budget. It's gonna have scissors, bottle opener, knife with serrated ends. It's got a little Phillips head screwdriver and file, etc., etc. It's got a ton of stuff, and it does have a really good set of pliers on there with the, the wire snip, the wire cutters right there. After that, we've got the Gerber Paraframe. This is a really cheap knife and a really good beginner knife. It is that Paraframe style, so if you like that, then go with this one. Then we've got the Gerber Fast. This is one I was looking at when I bought a couple Gerber knives last year. I think it's really nice, and it's pretty small with a G10 handle on it. We do also have the Gerber Zilch. I have this exact same knife, and it's only $22 right now. I love it. This one I use probably more than any other knife because I can beat up on it, and it's not really a big issue because it'll hold up, and also because it was only $22, it's pretty easy to replace. We've got the Gerber Gear Arm Bar. So this is a nice little multi-tool that's kind of mostly focused around being a screwdriver, but it's also got a nice plain edge blade and key ring, bottle opener, stuff like that. $38, great for EDC, especially if you need to use a Phillips screwdriver more often than anything. We've also got the Kershaw Iridium. This is a Kershaw one, which is also a pretty good brand. I do really like their stuff. This one's pretty small. It's got the keychain handle on there. You could definitely use this as an EDC knife or just something a little bit smaller to have on hand. That being said, guys, thanks for checking out this video. I'll put the Walmart deals below, but you probably have a Walmart near you. Thanks so much. See you guys in the next video.